My name is Dr. Andrew Carter. I had everything: a successful career as a plastic surgeon, a beautiful family, and a peaceful life in New York City. But that was before the tragedy, before I lost my daughter. Lily was my light. Lily had always been self-conscious about her body. She would look in the mirror and sigh, tugging at her clothes, hiding her frame. For her 18th birthday, she finally opened up to me. She wanted breast augmentation, something she had secretly dreamed of for years. As her father and a plastic surgeon, I saw this as an opportunity to help her feel confident. It wasn't about vanity, it was about giving her the life she deserved, free from insecurity. I agreed, believing I was doing the right thing. I thought I was helping her. I was wrong. A few months later, her life took a dark turn. A man named Joshua, someone she once knew, began to follow her. His obsession turned violent. One night, he cornered her when no one was around. What happened next shattered her. He took everything: her dignity, her safety, and her will to go on. The trauma consumed her. Lily couldn't live with the fear. She ended her own life. My world shattered. The police, after a brief investigation, decided to close the case. They ruled it a personal tragedy and left the details of her suffering buried. No justice, no answers, just silence. Grief became my shadow, and guilt. Guilt dug deep into my soul. But soon that guilt gave way to something darker, something I couldn't control. I wasn't going to let Joshua walk free. He didn't deserve freedom. He deserved to suffer, just like Lily. I found him. It wasn't hard. People like him think they're untouchable. I knew Joshua's routine, where he worked, where he drank, and the exact route he took home every night. It wasn't hard to corner him, a few injections to sedate him. No one saw, no one cared. I brought him to my basement, a place I had prepared meticulously. I soundproofed the walls, reinforced the locks, and installed hidden cameras to monitor him day and night. Medical tools lined the shelves. Surgical lights hummed softly above. What began as a room for healing had become something darker. There I kept him sedated, erasing his identity piece by piece. No memories, no escape. I made sure he wouldn't remember who he was. Drugs, procedures, a complete transformation. I erased Joshua's face, his body, even his identity. He became someone else entirely, a woman named Jenna. I built a new world for Jenna. I gave her a new life, a new job, new friends. And I watched. From the shadows, I watched her try to live. I saw her smile. I saw her fall in love. For a moment, I thought it might be enough to let her be, to let her find peace. But no. The moment she became truly happy, when she was finally free from her past, I became what I swore I'd never be. I made her feel what Lily felt that night: trapped, powerless, and destroyed. I waited until she felt truly safe, her life full of meaning, love, and trust. And then, I stripped it all away. It started with whispers in the dark, anonymous messages reminding her of things she couldn't quite remember. Her friends distanced themselves. Her relationship crumbled. And when she was completely isolated, I visited her. I didn't touch her. I didn't have to. My words were enough. I painted the picture of that night in vivid detail, piece by piece, until she was drowning in memories of what she had done as Joshua. I let her break, just like Lily had. Then, something changed. The cracks in Jenna's mind, once sealed tight, began to widen. It started slowly, an unfamiliar face in her dreams, flashes of fear she couldn't place. But the more stress consumed her, the more vivid the memories became. Fragments of a life she didn't recognize haunted her. A dark alley, muffled cries, a hand reaching out. Night after night, the images grew sharper until she could no longer deny the truth. She wasn't just Jenna. She had been someone else. Joshua, the man who had destroyed Lily's life. She saw glimpses of herself as Joshua, the monster who had destroyed my daughter's life. The truth shattered her. Finally, I confronted her. "Do you know who you are now?" I asked. Tears filled her eyes as she whispered, "Yes, I was him. I hurt her. Silence hung between us. She broke down. And in that moment I realized I had become the monster I wanted to destroy. Vengeance didn't heal me. It consumed me. Now Jenna must decide if she can move forward, if she can rebuild a life from the ruins of her past. And I must face the man I've become. Is there redemption after what we've done? I don't know. But this is the story of how we both lost everything, and maybe how we can begin again.